We're really excited. We're really excited to talk to you. And we have first a chance for you to sign in. And if you'll click or use the QR code, you can sign in that way. That way we know that you have been here. And also we have a variety of people to introduce yourself. Tanika, will you start?
Hi, yes, I am Tanika Porter-Van. I am the parent liaison for Pittsburgh High School and Black Diamond High School. I'm in on Pittsburgh campus in room B201.
And who's next? Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if Ms. Hernandez and Ms. Chahal would like to introduce themselves.
I am Angie Hernandez. I am one of the current junior counselors at Pittsburgh High School. I am last names A through Lay.
Hi, I'm Ruby Chahal. I'm the 11th grade counselor as well, and I have the second half of the alphabet, last names Lee through Z.
I'm also providing translation this evening. Right now is our other parent and family liaison from Pittsburgh High School, Ms. Maria Espinosa. So if you need translation, feel free to click on interpretation and then select Spanish. Muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Leticia Preciado. Soy coordinadora de padres aquí en el Distrito Escolar de Pittsburgh. Si está buscando la presentación en español, por favor, seleccione donde dice interpretación en la parte de abajo de su pantalla y luego seleccione español. Thank you. All right, I think we can go ahead and get started.
Okay. Welcome, class of 2025. Tonight, we're going to give you information on what you have to look forward to for your senior class for next year. Please sign in using the link below. Okay, sorry. Agenda for our tonight's presentation is the CAP testing, senior year timeline, important events, senior year expenses, college and university administration process, and stand informed. Please sign in the chat. The link is in our chat line that you can sign into.
Can we double check the link? I'm seeing a few messages that say that they aren't able to access through the link.
Sure, let me check it right now.
And yes, we are talking about senior year. That's next year. So we have our rising seniors. That's what your student is called as a junior here at Pittsburgh High School.
It looks like the link is working. I already see 30 who have signed in. I'll go ahead and resend the link right now in the chat.
Okay.
If you've just joined us, if you could please take a moment to sign in using the link that's in the chat. Si nos acaba de acompañar, si por favor puede firmar usando el enlace electrónico que está en el chat. Y si hay traducción disponible esta noche.
Okay.
It looks like the link is working because I keep seeing the number of sign-ins going up.
Okay. They saying they signed in now. Some are signed in. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
This is, okay, timelines for senior year. July is senior pictures, August to November. August to November, prepare your student application, request letters of recommendation, check private college application process, dates will vary. File your FAFSA or California Dream Act, attend college financial aid workshop offered at PHS. College application deadlines, December through February, local scholarship deadline, December 24. And research financial aid scholarship opportunities. We have, these are your senior timelines that your seniors need to be looking forward to. There will be quite a few reminds going out for this. College and Career sent out reminds for any of your scholarships, your FAFSA. There is constant information on your FAFSA scholarships, and the deadlines are posted all over school, all on Parent Square. Your students will get it in the email. So this is all information that's available to your students as well. They will get more than one remind about this information, but we want to put it on your plate so you know and have a timeline when to look out for this. Anyone want to add to that?
There's a second page on the next slide as well with additional information, and we will be sending you this information, like Ms. Tanica said, throughout the school year, so you don't have to, it's a lot of information that we'll be covering this evening. But just keep in mind that we'll be sending you the slide deck, and throughout the next school year, you'll be receiving information when the important deadlines are coming due. If we can go to the next slide.
Next slide, please.
I think it may have crashed on her end. Is there any way I can share mine?
Okay.
Oh, wait, we have her back.
And at any given time, you guys can take a picture, a screenshot, or a picture with your phone as well of any information that you may want to keep on your phone or together, but we will be sending out the slide as well. Did she lose it?
I believe this would be the slide, correct?
Yes, thank you. Tanika, you're on mute.
Sorry, guys. We're going to get it together in a minute. Sorry about that. March is FAFSA and Dream Act deadline. Start community college enrollment process. In April, continue research and scholarship application. Financial aid and packages are sent out. Take college assessment tests as necessary. In May, and turn in all community service hours. And our community service hours are 35 to 100 hours, depending on where your student plan on going and what they plan on doing. Your basic is 35 hours. If they are going, I believe, to a four-year college, it's 100 hours. And those all have to be turned in by a certain time in May. Senior, you also have senior ball, UC, CSU deadlines for intent to register. Request final official transcript, check your campus requirements. And in June, we have graduation.
I just want to
Again-
add there again that we'll be giving,
Go ahead.
I just want to add there that we'll be giving you the slide deck via your Parent Square account. And then also at the end of the presentation, if we have time, we can look at the Pittsburgh High School website. So you can see there's a lot of information on the website to keep you informed. And there's always, for every single year, there's an action plan for parents and students that you can look at. My recommendation is to print it out and make a copy and put it on your refrigerator. Make sure your student has one and you have one, because there are so many deadlines during the senior year. So if you have it on your refrigerator or somewhere handy where you can see it regularly, you'll keep yourself up to date as to what deadlines are important for that month.
Next slide, please. Important events. AP exams in May. SAT test is May 4th to June 1st. More dates, we'll check out the website we have listed here. You got the ACT test, which is in October 26th to December 12th, February 8th, 25 to April 5th, 2025. Pitchilla is in May, which is another event, which is a dance for our seniors, juniors, and seniors. College Fair is in the fall of 2024, which is a great opportunity for our students to go to the fair and find out more information about the different colleges that come on the campus. We had an awesome turnout last year. College representation visit, fall of 2024. ASVAB test is November of 24 and March of 25. College information night, which is a great opportunity for our seniors to come out and get information from the different colleges and what they should be looking forward to. Then we have financial aid night, that's in fall of 2024. There they will meet with counselors, I believe, and also college and career. Then we have honors night, which is in April 2025. Then we have college bound celebration, which is in May of 2025. That one is where the students have accepted which college they're going to go to. And they have a college night and a celebration for all the students that's going to the military, community college, going into a trade. That's college bound night. Then we have senior ball, May 2025. And then again, graduation is June of 2025.
Ms. Tanica, before you continue, I want to make sure the translation is working because there is a chat that says, can you translate in Spanish? So I'm going to go ahead and let parents know that might have started later that we do have translation available. Si nos acaba de acompañar y está buscando la traducción en español, por favor seleccione la parte de abajo de su pantalla donde dice interpretación y luego seleccione español. Si está accediendo a la presentación por medio de su celular, es posible que tengas que seleccionar donde dice more o más y luego seleccionar interpretación y luego el idioma de español. Gracias. All right, Ms. Tanica, thank you.
Okay. Next slide gives you possible costs during your senior year. We have senior pictures, $200 to $600. We have class ring, Letterman jackets, anywhere from $150 to $600. We have homecoming tickets starting at $100. We have SATs starting anywhere from $54.50 to $75. ACTs anywhere from $56.50 to $75. Waivers are available. So you will see college and career about the waivers for those fees. We have college placement fees. These are all your fees that's going to come up. And everything is not listed here, but we try and give you a list of everything that we have and that we know about for sure. So you have a rough estimate of what the senior year is going to cost. You have college placement fees. Community college is free. CSUs anywhere from $193 to $926, and a UC is $110 plus. We have yearbooks who start off roughly estimated at $95. Best time to get is when it first come out. Order your yearbook so you don't get the expense of a higher book, because they do go up. When the yearbook first come out, I think it goes up like a month and a half later. Okay, you got cap and gowns, which starts at about $100. And as you know, any and everything is start at $100, but it depends on how much you add to it that causes it to go up more. You got the senior trip, which is optional, and that's from anywhere to $300 to $400 and up. You got college visits, which are $100 to $1,500, family determined. So it's up to you as far as how much you want to make that visit and when you want to make that visit. Statement of intent to register fee is anywhere from free to $500. And then we have senior ball, anywhere from $500 to $3,000, because you know our young lady is going to cost us a pretty penny. Our young men are a little cheaper, but our young ladies are going to cost us. We have graduation parties. That is also determined by the families. But we just want to put it out there so you have an idea of what these prices are going to be and what to expect. You have the graduation SAS, and the leis are anywhere from $0 to $200. It all depends. And most of the time they are able to wear their SAS from their different clubs. College applications are anywhere from $300 to $400 estimated. You got the CSU apps, $270 per app. 3 UC apps are $280, $70 per app. You got housing deposits. I can't read all of it. Can you slide down for me? You have your housing applications and deposit fees. They start anywhere from, oh, I couldn't, okay, sorry. Anywhere from $30 to $50 and a deposit of $300 to $800 for housing deposit. Okay, so these are some of, you may want to take a picture so you can get a rough idea and of what some of these costs will be. And you can spread them out, because we do have senior pictures, like we mentioned at the beginning, usually starts in July, so you can get an idea. I do believe the earlier you get in most of your purchases, the cheaper it is. Of course, everything goes higher as you get closer to our dates. If you have not signed in yet, please sign in at this time using this link, please. And I believe, is this the counselors?
It is. Can you hear me, Ms. Porter? Van?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So this is Mr. Hall. I will go over what the CASP testing is. CASP stands for California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. This is the state exam used to monitor student progress. They do have an adapted test one or they have an ELA portion as well as a mathematics portion. And then there are paper-based tests for science. The ELA test is usually given in April and the math CASP is usually given in May. EAP is the early assessment program, which will help determine a student's college readiness level. And I'll go ahead and let someone translate that in Spanish.
Maria, give us a thumbs up when you're done translating that so we can continue. Okay, thumbs up.
So part of the early assessment program, EAP, which is used by the California State University and local community colleges, we want our students to meet above standards. So students may enroll directly into CSUs at college level. In English and math, if they score this, I know they just finished taking the exam about 2 weeks ago. They did the English and the math. So many of your students already completed that. There's also at or near standards. So students must take an approved senior year-long English and or math course and pass with a C or better in both semesters. So that would be their statistics, pre-calculus, and their 4th year of English next year. Students are encouraged to also take the SAT or the ACT in their junior year as an additional way to determine if they are ready for college level courses in English language arts and mathematics.
Maria, when you're done translating, give us a thumbs up. All right, thumbs up.
All right, money for college. That's through using the FAFSA, which stands for Free Application for Student Federal Aid. It's an application for federal and state financial aid for colleges. It can be used for universities as well as trade schools. And who can apply? It can be US citizen and some eligible non-citizens. If you are not eligible, you may qualify still for the California DREAM Act. So those are questions to come with to school. You may ask the counselors and we can point you in the right direction.
SADAA, California DREAM Act application. What is that? So the DREAM Act application is an application for state financial aid for colleges, universities, and trade schools. Undocumented students who have attended school in California for at least 3 years. These years do not have to be back-to-back consecutive years. It's also students who live in California and meet the eligibility requirements for a non-resident exception, as well as students who have a U visa or a TPS status. But like Ms. Chahal shared, if your student or if you as a parent have any questions in regard to what application your daughter or son needs to apply for, please have them come see us in G220.
So there have been some changes for the 24-25 school year. The state of California is requiring all seniors to complete the FAFSA and or DREAM Act if they are eligible. What does this mean for you and your student? Well, the FAFSA and DREAM Act will open on October 1st, and then it closes on March 2nd. So you want to start getting your documents together. The students are going to need their social security numbers, as well as their parents' 2020, I believe it'll be 2024 taxes at that point. Is that right? Can you confirm that, Miss Leticia? Not sure if that's an error.
I'm sorry, can you ask that question?
Was that correct? The 2023 taxes, is that the correct year?
by the time they do one,
It's 23.
Okay, so
'Cause
parents
next
will,
year, this year, they're working on 22 taxes.
perfect. Thank you for confirming that, Ms. Porterman. So parents, if you can provide those 2023 taxes, your child will need to have that information. If you're interested in knowing what other information will be required, go ahead and click on the link below, and that'll take you to our Pittsburgh High School College and Career page.
So if you also go on to our Pittsburgh High School webpage and you go under scholarships and aid, you will find our local scholarships. They opened from November 1st, 2024. And it's going to be open to all our seniors attending either a 2-year, a 4-year, or even trades. Student needs a personal statement and 2 letters of recommendation. When you go on our website, it does have a breakdown of what each application requires, what the prerequisites are. So a lot of them are, they have to meet certain qualifications before that. So it'll tell you all on there. So if you take a look at it, that closes December 31st, 2024 at 11:59 p.m.
So we do also offer some external scholarships. We have over 300 of them on our Pittsburgh High School College and Career page. They open as early as August and they're open as late as June. We always recommend all students to apply.
So California College Guidance Initiative, in other words, or in short, CCGI. So CCGI is a platform that provides a plan to track students' achievement and progress towards graduation and beyond. Students have access to this, and you as parents can also sit with them and kind of figure out what their plan is going to be after high school. It has a lot of helpful information all at once. So it provides a clear understanding of a student's future goals, whether that be going into trade, apprenticeships, military, straight to the workforce, college, or universities. Undocumented students who have attended school in California for at least 3 years. These years do not have to be back to back or consecutive years. Students who live in California and meet the eligibility requirements for a non-resident exception, as well as students who have a U visa or TPS status.
Okay, Maria's done translating. Thank you, Maria.
So what's next with the CCGI? Your student already has an account and has been doing career and college exploration all year. In the fall, we'll be helping parents access CCGI so you can support your students post-secondary exploration. Again, you can also look up more information on our PHS College and Career page. And we always encourage parents to talk to their child. They do have time on Wednesdays built into their schedule where they work on their CCGI accounts. So please ask your child what they're working on and currently what they're researching as far as college and career.
So California State Universities, or CSUs. So application fees are $70. There is a fee waiver for application depending on family income. Application opens October 1st and will be closing November 30. So if your child is interested in applying to state schools, they will be starting these applications October 1st. Students can create a CSU profile as of now. You can apply a lot online with the link attached below. They have to have at least a 2.0 GPA. Apply to more than one campus if possible. Many campuses are impacted. You also want your student to know that if they are applying to CSU East Bay or SF State, they are given local Well, they are given preference because of the local area they're applying for.
Maria, when you're done, give us a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Maria.
All right, so that was information for CSUs. I'll be going over information for UCs or Universities of California. The application fee is $80. It can be waived depending on your family income. Applications open on August 1st and they close November 30th. You can again submit these online. You do need to, the student needs to have a 3.0 GPA minimum in order to be eligible. Students will have to do the personal insight questions. They are required. You can apply to more than one campus if possible. Again, many campuses are impacted, as Ms. Hernandez also mentioned, for the CSUs. And then you can check majors at each campus.
So we have independent, private, and out-of-state colleges. Admission requirements and deadlines vary. Some require an SAT or the ACT. Some require subjective tests. Many require online applications through the Common or Black Common application, and you can find those links below. So WUE, Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, schools in the surrounding Western region, reduced tuition rate of 150% of resident tuition. And if you want more details on that, you can click the link below. College freshman profile. So it's important that your son or your daughter start researching majors that they might be interested in studying. Research what colleges and universities offer that major. Look at the freshman profile for those specific colleges and universities. You also want to look at your high school transcript to compare your scholar's GPA to the freshman profile. And you can do this by visiting colleges, universities over summer break. They also provide a lot of information regarding the schools, how much financial aid you will be needing for each school through CCGI. So all of this is offered through CCGI. As long as your student logs in, creates an account, it's super simple. And it kind of breaks it down for them in a more simpler form instead of opening multiple apps at once.
And the nice thing about CCGI is also that it saves all of the information. So any research that the student's doing or any career readiness that they want to save actually saves to CCGI. So it's all in one place.
And just to add to like what Ms. Shahal just mentioned, it also tracks their progress. So if you're concerned on whether my child is able to attend a UC or a CSU, it breaks down the GPA requirements. If they're missing anything, it will flag it. It will turn red. The goal is to have your students to have a green profile all around in order for them to have more options.
All right, this is an example of a freshman profile for UC Berkeley. As you can see, they had over 125,000 applications sent in. They did admit 14,772. So their overall admit rate is a little over 11%.
So NCAA eligibility. If your student plans to play sports at at the college level, please make sure to contact the College and Career Center here at Pittsburgh High School to find out more about the NCAA requirements, or you can also go to the NCAA Eligibility Center at, with the link attached below.
All right, letters of recommendation. These are required for certain colleges and universities. We do ask that students allow at least a minimum of 2 weeks to prepare a letter, whether they're asking teachers to do it or they're asking their counselors to do it. Schools are most interested in seeing letters from counselors, school administrators, and teachers of their core classes. So for example, in their math classes, their science, social studies, communications, and world language teachers. Certain colleges require a specific format for the letters of recommendation, so they are very specific. Community service hours can be focused with agencies that are related to the student's major of study. So for example, if they're interested in going the medical route, they probably want to do their community service hours with something that's medical related in the medical field.
I did want to add to that as well. So for the letters of recommendation, your child can start asking for those now. We do provide brag sheets, which give, teachers, counselors, administrators a little bit more background of who your child is, what they have done for the community. Please have them come by to any counselor office in order for them to get a brag sheet, have it fill it out, and give it to the teacher with time. So we do not want them waiting last minute. We want those letters in, the sooner the better.
And unfortunately, if students do wait till last minute, we have had, students go without those letters. So again, just sticking to the timeline is going to be very important. That also goes with the official transcript requests. So make sure that your child is checking their ARIES and constantly checking their transcripts. Sometimes there could very well be errors, whether it's a teacher error when it was turned in a grade or just, a clerical error. So please make sure that they are checking their transcripts thoroughly. We do have students request their transcripts through Parchment. And so that is a website that they go through in order to request that transcript, and make sure that they pay close attention to college requests for official transcripts, because those deadlines are typically in December and in June.
So our PHS College and Career website, it provides a lot of helpful information, especially for our upcoming seniors next year. It provides information regarding scholarships, the financial aid package, California Dream Act application, and the Cal Grant GPA requirement as well. So the links are all attached below, and I believe you guys have this PowerPoint shared with you as well.
Yeah, and can I add to that? To make sure your students check their emails, because a lot of them forget their emails or forget to check them. But if you're looking for scholarships and you need to know more information on your FAFSA, please be aware and check your emails, because that's going to be your saving grace, is your email when you become a senior. You have to be on top of your emails.
I would encourage you, if you haven't already downloaded the Parent Square app, that might make it a little easier, so you don't have to go searching for the emails. Everything will be all on the Parent Square app as information gets sent to you from counselors and teachers and various staff from Pittsburgh High School, especially in the last year where there's a lot of information and deadlines to keep track of. So I'd encourage you, if you haven't already, to download the Parent Square app. And as far as the slides for this evening, I literally just placed them posted them on the Parent Square account. So again, access your Parent Square account. The slides are in there already.
I did want to add as well. So as parents, I know we have a lot of events coming up next year and a lot of deadlines where students are going to have to meet. So aside from all those great tools, we also have Google Classroom. So myself and Ms. Shahal do have a Google Classroom for all our students. They are able to invite you if you ask them to. They would just log into their Google Classroom, click on under our name, and they would give you access. That way you don't miss out. Myself and Ms. Shahal always put any scholarship opportunities, community service opportunities, etc.
All right, some information regarding community colleges and career technical colleges. So LNC, DVC, and college and career registration begins spring of 2025. There is no SAT or ACT required. An associate degree or career certificate can be awarded. Preparation is also done to transfer to a four-year university. At that time, students would want to check transfer agreements at the specific school and the transfer rate. Community colleges offer programs such as fire, science, dental hygiene, and nursing. And most campuses require an assessment test in both math and English.
The college admission mistakes. The first mistake is having poor grades their senior year. So many students, when senior year comes, they get senioritis. They think because they did well the last 3 years, their senior grades won't matter, but they are just as important as the rest of their high school years. Not taking courses serious and grades seriously, following the pack, not enough research and visits to possible colleges or universities, believing there is only one right college. So we know we have many students who are set on, for example, UC Berkeley or UCLA. We want to make sure we have these conversations with our students and have them apply to multiple schools. That way they have better chances of getting in. Not considering private colleges because of the cost. So we want them to please connect with the College and Career Center, connect with their counselors to see how much financial aid package they can get. There is a lot of money out there and a lot of scholarships for them to be able to attend these universities.
Continuing with some of those mistakes, not allowing enough time to write college entrance essays. So really time management senior year is going to be huge. Incomplete applications, failing to utilize resources that they have available to them at Pittsburgh High School, including their counselors, teachers, administrators, and our College and Career Center. Forgetting that all acceptances are provisional. Failing to notify colleges of a D or an F grade in their senior year or their course changes. And applying to colleges you have no interest in or won't attend. Trying to keep all of those options open is going to be very important.
How can parents help? Monitor your students' progress regularly via the Aries Parent Portal, especially as senioritis sets in. Be aware of college entrance exam deadlines. Ask your student what their plan is for studying, writing essays, completing application, etc. Do not complete applications for students. You should review them after the student has completed them. Don't do the work for them. They got to learn how to do it. Management. Visit college campus with your scholar talk about finances early, enjoy your scholar, build positive memories together in your child's senior year. Graduation pictures. Be on the lookout for a postcard in late May through June with information on graduation pictures appointments. What's that? Archives, graduation announcements, cap and gown, tassels, class rings, order dates fall of 2024, order online photograph photographer to be determined. USA student travel. Trips include deluxe motor coach transportation, one-day Disney Magic Mountain ticket to be determined, the price, dinner. Please tell your student their vote matters and to attend the meetings for the class of 2025. They have meetings, I believe, every Wednesday. I'm not sure of what room they're in, but they have meetings every Wednesday for the classes. So tell them to attend the meetings so they can get all the information firsthand. Stay informed. Check your emails weekly, Parent Square, read college and career website updates, check college websites, pay close attention to the deadlines, visit PHS website regularly for Pacific Day updates on PHS website for class of 2025. These are all the links that you could use to keep you informed of what's going on campus and with your student. This is a very important year, so your students may need a little help to keep up with what's going on because there's a lot going on. Summer suggestion, volunteer, obtain an internship or a job. Take classes at a local college. Talk with your PHS counselors first. Visit colleges. Begin working on draft of college admission essays. For UCs, they are called personal insight questions. And then the website is listed below. You will get a copy of this slide. So if you didn't get the links, they are will be sent to you.
Can you
So
go
make-
back one slide real quick? And
So
then-
make, huh?
Ms. Shahal or Ms. Hernandez, do you have anything you wanted to add to that? To that slide?
I did want to let parents know that students do have to complete 35 hours of community service hours before they graduate. So over the summer, I do also recommend that they start getting involved with the community. I know we have PWC, which is on Railroad, People Who Care. They have a lot of opportunities at local spots here, like at the Antioch Fairgrounds for students to participate, local churches. But yeah, they will need to have those hours completed. It is 35 hours if they are not part of Puente or Avid. If they are part of Puente or Avid, it's 100 hours.
And I would like to add to that students shouldn't wait to turn those hours in as they complete those hours or as they come back from summer break. Please bring them into their counseling offices and make sure that they're turning them in. They will be due in April of their senior year.
And then I did want to add as well, so I know we have many students who are requesting and parents who are requesting as well for their child to have a shorter day, whether that's just having a shorter schedule, becoming a TA, all those applications and steps will be done during registration. So right now your student will be needing all 6 classes for next year until it is approved by admin. Myself and Ms. Shahal during registration day will be working with students who are interested in that in order for their applications to be submitted in a timely manner, because it does take time for them to get approved. So please encourage them to come and see us if that is something they want to do.
Another thing for summer suggestion is work on draft of essays for scholarships and apply for scholarships. Begin to narrow your college list to 4 to 8. If you are interested in the military, find a local recruiting office and speak to a recruiter. Enjoy time with your friends and family. Questions? We have the chat room open for questions. So if you have any questions for our counselors or the parent liaisons, we are here to answer your questions. And please take our exit survey at the link below. Thank you.
At this time, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to place your questions in the Q&A. Si tiene alguna pregunta, por favor, de poner sus preguntas donde dice QA para preguntas y respuestas.
So someone asked in the chat if they should do any FAFSA or scholarship applications now. So for when it comes to the FAFSA application, next school year, we will be calling the kids in to have them complete that process. When it comes to scholarships, they are more than able to apply starting now. It's never too early to apply for scholarships.
Can you answer the math status for the calculus freshman college, please?
So is it correct that math will start at calculus for freshman college seniors? So that varies. It depends on what your child wants to take and what major they want to do. So let's say they want to go down the medical pathway, then yes, calculus will be great for them. But they can also start with statistics or pre-calculus.
I think those are all the questions for now. I don't see any other ones. Does anyone else see any questions that did not get answered? Or did we miss anyone?
Okay, I see some, I'm not sure that they've been answered. Where do we obtain sign-up forms for the community service hours? And those are available in any grade level office. So for example, your
Counselor.
juniors are in G220. And parents have to do it along with children.
So to answer Nicole, so if your child is going to be a freshman college student, will they start at calculus? So that just varies on your child. So it depends on their major. If they're going down like the medical pathway or engineering pathway, majority of the times they do require calculus. But then again, it varies. So they would have to talk to an advisor to see what would be the best class for them to take based on their career path.
Also, students take assessments when they start college, and so they'll take like an English assessment and they'll take like a math assessment to see which level they're currently at. So it, like Miss Hernandez said, it does vary from student to student.
Margaret had a question about the portraits. What date is the portraits? Senior portraits are in July. They start in July. You will get a postcard with, as we said in the slide, you will get a postcard with those dates on it. Right now, we don't have an exact date, but you will get a postcard for senior pictures. I think the message was the end of May, June. Am I correct?
And to answer your question, Nicole Grimes, is there a way for us to talk? Absolutely. So what you would want to do is reach out to the appropriate counselor. It goes by last name. So if your child's last name begins from between A through Lay, that'll be Miss Hernandez. You'd want to reach out to her. You can call her or email her, or you can stop in. And if your child's last name is Lee, L-I through Z, then Miss Chahal, myself, would be your child's counselor.
I think she wants access to speak. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know how we'll be able to do that without, I'm not sure who has the settings on here, but I think, I don't know, Miss Leticia, if you can answer that question, I'm not sure.
Ms. Chahal, who needed access? Is it Maria?
It is
Nicole,
Nicole Grimes.
We can do it perhaps after we
Sure.
got the recording.
Yeah, and absolutely, if you guys have any questions pertaining directly to your child, I really recommend that we have time to speak privately about it. And then we can give you our full attention.
There is a question as far as how many credits a student needs to graduate.
So a student needs a total of 220 credits by the end of their senior year. Going into their senior year, they will need 180 credits. So completing everything now, they should be at 150 currently. By the end of this semester, they'll get another 30. If they take any summer classes, that could give them extra credits as well. But starting their senior year in August, they should be at 180 credits in order for them to be on track for graduation. All community service hours have to be non-paid. So as long as your son or daughter is not getting paid for it, they will count as community service. It will not count if they do have a job.
Can you see the PHS website on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to show families, there's a lot of information for your senior year, for your student senior year available online, and it's updated regularly. So if you go right here to scholars and families. And you can click on here, class of 2025. That's where we will put this evening's presentation, the recording, so you'll have access to it, but we've already sent it a few minutes ago via your Parent Square account. So you'll also have access to it. If you go back right here to scholars and families and click right here on college and career, you're going to see a lot of information is listed here. You can see a whole bunch of information is listed on here. And if you click on the left-hand menu bar, senior year 4, you'll see there's a senior action plan. You can click on it. This is the one that I recommend that you print out and have it handy. I recommend that you have one handy where you as a parent can see it, and also that your student has one. And it gives you what you should be looking at, what you should be keeping in mind from month to month, starting from August through the end of the school year, so that you know what deadlines are approaching. Again, the school site will be sending information via Parent Square throughout the year, so it's very important that you monitor your Parent Square account and your email throughout the year. If you go to Scholars and Family again, you can go right here to school counseling. And all the counselors' information is there. You go right up here at the top and click on counselors. And then you'll see, here's the information for class of 2025, Ms. Hernandez and Ms. Chahal's email, phone numbers, extensions. So you can contact them via email or phone, or you can also contact your secretaries to make an appointment. So there's a lot of information available here. Again, going back to the Pittsburgh High School page, you can also click right here on scholarships, because that's going to be very important. And that's one huge recommendation that I can give you, especially having 4 kids myself who have gone through this process. The summer prior to their senior year is a really great opportunity for them to start to look for those scholarships and start to prepare to answer essay questions that'll be tied to that, and create a tracker on their calendar of when those are due. And the College and Career Center has made some really useful tools that our scholars can use. So if you go right here under scholarships, you'll see a scholarship tracker. You can click on that right there, and it opens up like an Excel sheet, and then they can put in the name of the scholarship, the website, when it's due. It helps them to keep track. Getting scholarships is a job in itself. So it's really recommended that over the summer, if your student is looking at creating this tracker, using this tracker, it would be recommended that every single day they add to this tracker. So if they're working on this at least 1 or 2 hours every single day over the summer, they'll be in good shape. And then they can tie these deadlines of when these are due, and when they apply, they can keep track. And everything adds up. There's a lot of small scholarships that they can apply for. So if they do that homework over the summer, they'll be in good shape by the time those application deadlines take place. And you'll see there's a lot of information there for UC scholarships, CSU scholarships, private scholarships, and local scholarships. So there's a lot of information. Ms. Chahal or Ms. Hernandez, is there anything else you'd like for us to show here from the PHS website?
Yeah, would you mind going to Scholars and Families as well? And then going under LMC.
Let's see.
So we have many students wanting to take LMC classes, whether that's through the high school or concurrently, meaning LMC itself. The application is pretty simple and straightforward. You can do this with your child. If you go on here, it tells you step by step how to enroll and register for LMC classes as a concurrent student, how to apply. So that's also a great way for your child to get ahead on credits and get some college credit.
Also, for your seniors for next year, they're also hosting a Black graduation and Kenta Stowe ceremony for all seniors next year in May of 2025 too.
So as you can see, the website has a lot of great information for you as parents and students as well. So it's a really great resource for you to keep track of all the different deadlines and information that the senior year includes. And it's a kind of a bittersweet year as your students and yourself are excited for that graduation deadline at the end of the year when you'll see your student cross the stage. But keep in mind, it could also be a time when that's a little emotional for your student as they start to realize that their friends that they see every single day, that's going to change, and everyone starts to as their friends decide what paths to take, whether it's a military path, a university, out-of-state college, or a career or a vocational college, but they won't be seeing those friends that they see every single day for their different class periods. So that's going to change, and that can bring some emotion with it as well. So keep that in mind. If there's anything any concerns you have during the school year, reach out to Ms. Hernandez, reach out to Ms. Johal. They're there to support you. Anything else, Ms. Hernandez or Ms. Johal?
I think we covered everything. And again, if you want to reach out to us concerning your child specifically, we'd love to sit down and talk with you and your child. So please feel free to call us to schedule something or email us. Students also know that if they want to meet with their counselor, they come into G220, scan the QR code to meet with their counselor, and then we can call them in that way. We're also available at brunch and lunch for students that have questions. They can walk in and talk to their counselors.
There was a question earlier specifically for financial aid. If you know if financial aid will also pay for housing, like student housing.
I am not sure if that's covered through financial aid. That would be a question for college and career. Since they know a little bit more about that. Or I don't.
I can answer that. So the financial aid packages that schools give depend on your income and what you enter on the FAFSA and what they receive through Cal grants and other grants, right? And so that money can go directly to the cost of attendance, and the cost of attendance includes a lot of things like obviously tuition and perhaps books and things like that, but also food and housing. And it always depends on your income level and what is determined on your FAFSA. So those are really important documents to complete as soon as you can during the senior year. There is also a chance for you to go on a website. It's part of StudentGov or studentaid.gov. You can see the FAFSA forecaster there, and they give you some examples of how much you could receive. So it definitely does cover all costs of attendance if you qualify for financial aid.
All right, in the chat, I just placed a link that Ms. Moreno mentioned, the studentaid.gov. So that's a great website that you can get information from as well. And there's a Spanish comment in the Q&A. If your counselors don't get back to you, please contact them, give them a couple of days. They do have several hundred students on their caseload each. So please give them a few days to get back to you, and then you're always welcome to call their secretary to make an appointment. I'm going to place the exit survey in the chat again if you didn't have an opportunity to complete it. If you could please take a moment to complete it. The exit survey, we'd appreciate it. It helps us to improve our parent presentations to make sure we provided you with enough information. So if you can please take a moment to fill that out for us, we'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so thank you, everyone, for making time out of your evening to get this information. And again, the presentation is already in your Parent Square account. So all the slides from this evening are there, and we'll be sending, Maria and Ms. Tenica will be sending the recording to you within a few days. And again, if you haven't downloaded your Parent Square, the Parent Square app, I recommend that you download the app, because it'll make it easier to keep track of all the information in one location rather than having to search your email for all the various emails you'll receive in your student's 12th grade year. And congratulations, you're on the home stretch. And thank you to everyone. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you, Maria, for translating.